Good morning guys, and welcome to this edition of Hikelopedia. Today I'm in central Taiwan, Nantou County. We're at the end of the number 16 road and we're at Sunhai Bridge, or what's left of it. I'm going over there, so I've got to walk across the river, which should be fun. Now it's getting a bit deeper and a bit colder. Let's just walk slowly, otherwise I'm going to lose my shoes. Whoa, it's quite fast. Slippy. Whoa. Now, why am I on the Danda forest road? Well, the answer is we're going to one of the most remote Baiyue in Taiwan. To walk there takes normally 4 to 5 days, and you have to cover 100 plus kilometers. It's known as Mt.Liushun or Liushun Shan. And there's also a alpine lake next to it called Qicai Lake. So we are actually going to be taking a Delica, which is basically the camel of the Taiwan mountains. We're here at the Delicas, so let's go and throw our bags in. Here we go. 4 hours, 5 hours, I don't know. The Danda Forest Road was formerly known as the Sunhai Road after lumber magnate Sunhai. Sun began construction of the road starting from Shuili in 1957 after obtaining the rights to log the Danda forest, at one point employing more than 3,000 workers in construction of the 80-kilometer long road. The bridge across the Shuili, which was also named after Sun, was originally made of wood, but was replaced by a government-built concrete bridge in 1969. This bridge was washed away by Typhoon Mindul in 2004, before a replacement suspension bridge was built so that the local Bunan people could still visit their ancestral lands. Unfortunately, this bridge was also destroyed by a typhoon in 2008. And since then, people have crossed the river using a combination of cable cars, temporary bridges, and by foot. Alright, we've done about 5k. It's a bit bumpy, but I'm with David from Map Room Explorers on this trip.
Yeah.
How you feeling?
Pretty good. Been wanting to come on this hike for a long time. 这个是恐怖分子。
Alright, we've done 15k and we're at Jianianduan. According to David, there's a trail that leads down to the river here, and there's a beautiful hot spring and beautiful river, part of the river down there. He's been there before, but he went via the river and he's scoping out a place where you can get down from here. There's a trailhead apparently, which should probably be a bit easier.
Oh, okay.
Fenced guy, right?
Yeah.
23.5k. This is Liushun. Now the total length of the Danda Forest Road is about 62 kilometers, and this area was logged from the late 50s right the way through to 1990, when the government implemented a ban on logging, and there's still some, I think, illegal logging that goes on, but not much these days. If you watch my recent video about Yasukuni Shrine, you'll remember that the timber for the new Torii Gate at the Meiji Shrine actually came from the Danda forest, so it was logged from up here and then transported along the road that we just came up, and then over to Japan. There's some target practice for the indigenous hunters. There's also a Delica graveyard over there, which is what happens if you're not careful when you're driving along this road. Okay, it's time to get some water, because there's no more water after this spot. $10 liters of cold fresh water.
All of that reflects what we're doing here.
We're getting into real forest territory now. We've just come through the first tunnel and there's a little bit of a traffic jam, so we got out and look, there's some beautiful, nice old trees around here. So nice. Alright, we're at the border of Nantou and Hualien. There's a sign here. Oh, check it out. Hualien. Nantou. Alright, we're on the way to Liushun Shan. Let's go. Okay, so Liushun Shan is over there. I'm wearing shorts today because I knew it was going to be hot, but there's a lot of low-lying tough plants on this trail, and they are ripping my legs to bits. It's quite painful. This is a nice trail. Some of our friends decided to walk instead of catching the bus, and here's Corey.
No, I didn't. Walk.
And we're having a celebratory beer. Yeah.
Thanks.
Hey. Number 30. Liushun. Hi, Jojo. 9
我都在等最后一个9啊，299。This way. One. There you go. Go for it.
Liushun Shan. It's only one of 2 Baiyue under 3,000 meters now, because originally when they created the Baiyue, the measurements were out. They thought it was 3,009 meters, but actually it's only 2,999 meters, and they found that out a few years later with more accurate equipment, but they didn't bother changing it, so it's still a Baiyue. So now I've been to both of the Baiyue that are under 3,000 meters. The other one is Lu Shan, the one I did just around Christmas time, Yushan Park. But yeah, this one is mental, because you can take the bus up here and then it's only a 2-hour hike. There's obviously a lot of people come up, so we've got the vegetable market at the top of a Baiyue. A special occasion, we've got a lady doing a 100th. This is her 100th peak, so all of them. Last one. 恭喜恭喜！
恭喜完百！再一次。
Let's go.
Okay, so we're done. Heading back to the campsite now, near the lake.
Peaks because they're multi-day things, but suppose on a day.
Finished. 4 hours and 8 minutes. About 7.6k. I'm super tired today, I don't know why, but I've done all the hard work now. Now it's just time to get back to the lakeside hotel. Cool. There's some massive deer up on the ridge up there. I don't know if you can see them. They're probably going to come down to the lake later on to drink. So I think David's going to have some friends tonight.
Destroy them, take it from whatsoever. And it's our planning team or anything like that. But what they are going to do is they're going to certainly threat commands. So there is a fun air fleet. So they're structured in ways, which then means you can get closer to your target, which means you can be more accurate, bring to bear kind of, 2,500 planes against, I don't know, 600, 700, whatever it is, of fighter planes on any given day. It's constantly changing.
Okay guys, so that was my recent 2-day, 1-night trip to Mt.Liushun and Qicai Lake, or 7-Color Lake. Now David and I camped down by the lake. Why? Because when we got to Qicai, the designated camping area was already chock-a-block and there wasn't much space, and David wanted to camp down the lake, and honestly I wasn't bothered, so I just went down there with him. But there were other people camped in the space between the two lakes, up on the road and also up on the hills, so I guess there's no strict enforcement on where you can camp as long as you're respectful to the environment. Then on day 2 we got up early for a spectacular sunrise, had some breakfast, and then I paid a quick visit to the Guanghua Fudan Memorial, which commemorates the completion of the second cross-island electricity transfer project. Super exciting, I know. And then we headed down. Now on the way down we stopped off at a few spots along the way to take some pictures and break up the journey, including one of the 3 tunnels along the route and also Hai Tian Temple, before arriving back at the river crossing and the end of the forest road. Now I guess some of you might be wondering why I didn't hike this trail, so here's the quick explanation. This was actually a last-minute trip, as I had to cancel my planned North First Section 6-day hike just a few days earlier because of the recent earthquake here in Taiwan. Now my friend Corey asked me if I wanted to walk this one, and originally I said yes. But then I found out he was going to do it over 3 days, and I didn't think I could manage that. And I didn't have a 4 or 5 day window. So he hooked us up with the driver and we took the bus instead. Cost-wise, it was $3,700 for the Delica trip, which I think is a pretty good price. Although obviously it's a lot cheaper if you walk, but I've already explained why we didn't do that. Now obviously you have to do this trip in the dry season, as the river crossing is not possible at any other time. We were very lucky because the recent rains arrived a couple of days after we completed the trip. So I guess right now it's probably not possible to do this trip. Also, I heard some of the drivers talking about an upcoming possible ban on private vehicles on the Danda Forest Road, so in the future you may not have any other alternative apart from walking. If you do walk it, there are two ways. One is to come in from the east on the Wanrong Forest Road to the lake and then connect with the Danda Road and exit on the west coast, while the other is to do it as an out and back trail from either the east on the Wanrong Road or the west on the Danda Forest Road. Either way, you're looking at about a 100-kilometer round trip, which is a long distance to walk for just one peak. Anyway, that's it for today's video. If you have any questions about this video or this trip, then just leave them in the comment section below. Oh, and one more thing before I go. My friend David, who I went on this hike with, is a river tracing aficionado, and he's got a whole website and blog about river tracing, the Map Room Explorers. So if you're interested, then go on over to his site and check it out. I'll put the details in the description below. If you liked today's video and found it interesting, then don't forget, give me a like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. If you want to support the channel, then you can click thanks down below, buy me a coffee, or have a look at channel memberships where you can make a small monthly donation. And that's it, guys. I'll see you next time. Take it easy. Over and out.